Hello, hello. It's time for another video where I talk about a painting that I did a few months ago. This one I did in December 27th, 2024, which we're in May right now. So yeah, quite a few months ago, definitely. About 6 months ago. Man, it doesn't seem like it's that long. Now, I've shown a painting like this before, not the exact painting, but a painting that ended up in the same way, which is, I called this an abandoned painting. I have, I don't know, hundreds of abandoned paintings since I've been an artist, and especially since this past like 13 years where I've been doing art every single day since 2013. And the aspect that I want to talk about here is the idea that art or painting has to be this precious, awesome thing with this tremendous purpose behind it. And that purpose is solely to be displayed, to be put in public, to be shown, and then eventually sold, and then displayed on a wall, right? In a frame, in all its glory. And I would really like for every single one of my paintings to have that kind of lifespan, that journey to it. But the honest reality is this. When I was started out like 13 years ago, I had been an artist all my life, but I had a big swath of time, 5 years, where I didn't do anything. So when I started back up again, I lost all that skill. It was pretty much gone, right? That's another thing about art. You do it, it's complex. It takes motor skills. It takes cognitive skills. It takes lots of skills to do this. And there's a constant necessity to keep doing it, or else you will lose it. It's not like riding a bike. And even, if you haven't ridden a bike in 10 years, you probably have a little bit of trouble before you get on that bike, and be careful, don't fall off, that kind of thing. But I wish that every single painting from that beginning, 13 years ago, that second beginning, I could call it, had that perfect kind of lifespan to it, that journey from creation to eventually sold and on someone else's wall. And truth be told, many of the paintings that I've done over the years have never, I would say the majority of all the paintings that I have never gone through that entire lifespan. Most of them are still here with me at home. And actually recently I've sold a bunch. I've been in a bunch of galleries recently, and I sell online. chrisbevan.com if you want to buy paintings. Wow. Yeah. But I want to talk about the importance of the failed paintings, the importance of the abandoned paintings, the importance of the paintings that we don't want to show to anybody, the importance of paintings that we just do for fun and we put in the closet somewhere. There's a tremendous importance to these paintings, and they are part of skill building. And it's something that we need to do. The thing that many individuals get attached to is this is a physical object. It takes time. There's a sense of grandioseness to artistry that a lot of people put on a pedestal. And almost anything you do, people will say, oh no, keep it because it may be awesome one day. Your mom will love it. Moms always love everything you do. I remember once, this was years ago, I put on Facebook an image of a trash can. And in that trash can, which it was like a 50-gallon trash can, big trash can, right? And it was full to the brim with paintings. And these were old paintings that I had had around for forever. They were part of that process of me improving my skills in some way. And they were bad paintings. They were terrible paintings, but they were important. They were important in building that skill, just like this painting here that I'm showing you as I'm painting it right now. Or not, as I painted it recorded the painting of it. And people got so upset when they saw that. They were like, oh my gosh, you threw away what you created. And, I've thrown away hundreds of paintings and drawings and things that I've done over the years. Everything that I've done for the past 13 years, you can go on my website, you can see every single day of everything I've done. Like I have a digital copy of it, but I would say the majority of everything I've done is gone now. Like you'll never be able to physically get that, but I still show all of it. And the interesting thing about this is even though the general public thinks that, art is so precious and everything that we do as an artist can be precious. When you talk to a lot of gallery owners, and maybe this is a thing of the past, but I've heard it constantly. They say, never show your bad work, only show your best work. And what do you do with your bad work? Because guess what? To be a skilled, trained illustrator, representational artist, realist artist, someone that is trying to reproduce what they see in front of them, or even, abstraction and all kinds of artistry whatsoever, there's going to be a lot of really bad artwork you do. You have to get through the first 1,000 or 500 bad drawings and bad paintings before you go, okay, I'm learning something. It's getting better. I'm getting closer to where I want to be. And that's another kind of truth, I think, as an artist that we all have to kind of face. Not everything you do is going to be great, and that's fine because it's still useful. Like I'm looking at, like this is, let me see if you can see this. This is a stack of small paintings. They're like 5 by 7, 6 by 10. And it's not all my paintings. I think if I move my camera this way. Whoa, moving. There's a bookshelf over there. Oh, you can't really see it. Can't move the camera that much. Maybe I do this. Anyway, there's a bookshelf over there with another stack of 30 or 40 paintings, the larger ones. And it isn't like that they're bad. Like here's a painting of an egg, right? How many of us have drawn and painted eggs to get the understanding of value, reflected light, core shadow, right? Those kind of things. Still lifes. These were done, I don't know, 2015, 2016, something like that. Painting a rumpled piece of paper. Here's our figure painting. And this was done in gouache. Yeah. Landscape of, I think that's Mount Chooksan and Mount Baker. Here's a really crazy looking figure as I hit the mic with it. Small 6x6 painting that I did not too long ago, maybe 23. A cat, this thing. I mean, I could go through this whole stack of paintings. And am I going to show these? Maybe I should. This one I worked some time on. There's even got a figure in it with the mountain and everything. And see, that's the thing. Like, this one's not too bad. Look at that. That's a nice landscape, right? It's not really who I am right now, so I don't share it, right? This was actually done from AI. AI generated something similar, and I painted from it. Created my own painting. And I'm sure maybe some of you are looking at this and going, oh, those aren't too bad, And yeah, they're not. I'm looking at them going, oh, this isn't really a bad painting. Maybe I'll show it in some gallery somewhere that, I'm not showing like the figurative work that I'm doing, but this is mostly non-figurative and I'm not really interested in showing it that much anymore. But we'll see. Maybe I'll put them on my website for sale. But that's a whole host of work. Here's a old figure that I did. And these are really small. Look how small that is. I was painting super tight at that point. But just, an amazing amount of learning with all these. Just painting after painting after painting. If you want to see these, you could start. Does this have the date on it? No, it doesn't have the date on it. You could look back through my website and see all these paintings on my daily art blog. I've logged every single one of them. Some of them took multiple days. Some of them I spent a lot of time on. Some of them was a whole series of work. I did a series of, trying not to get the glare on this, did a whole series of this table that I had set up with a light and just still life on top of it. I think it was a month, and I was doing almost a painting a day with the same exact series. Super dark, super high contrast, that kind of thing. And they've just sat in my studio, and we've moved like 5 or 6 times since then, and they've been in storage, and they've come along with us. And I think could be beating the dead horse about it. On that. I got a bunch of paintings, and if you want to get better, you'll have a bunch of paintings that you'll never show, that you'll throw away, that you'll go, wow, that was bad, but I learned this on it. Or that was a bad painting and I have no idea if I learned anything on it, but I got some painting done, right? I got some reps in, and that may be it in itself, and that's fine too. I think the idea that art has to be so serious and that everything you produce has to be this beautiful thing that is loved by many, that is looked at by many, that is shown in a gallery, that is for sale, and has to have some kind of commodity to it. The idea of that importance placed on everything you do is absolutely debilitating. Sometimes you just have to do a painting just to get the creativity out, just to say, you know what, this looks fun to paint. And as you get into it, you're like, this is not fun to paint anymore. And you get halfway through it and you say, you know what, I'm done with this. Did I learn anything from it? I don't know. Do I want to do it again? Probably not. Do I want to show it to anybody? No. It'll stay, in my studio, that kind of thing. Or maybe you do that and you learn something from it. Or maybe you do it and it does end up being like a pivotal moment in your art career. And it leads you on to bigger and better things. And you're like, yeah, man, that one crappy painting I did, I'm going to go ahead and frame that because that's what led me onto this whole other track of amazing stuff, right? And it doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be anything. I think the important thing to really think about, completely in my opinion, the important thing to think about when you're working hard as an artist to try and achieve something, and usually at the beginning it's, man, how can I get what I see on the canvas, how I see it, right? The main idea is just to keep working, just to keep making your artwork, and to understand that, yeah, some of them will fail. Some of them will be amazing. Some of them you'll think are awesome. And then years later, you'll look at it and you'll go, wow, I thought that was a good painting, but I'm so much better now. And that painting is terrible. Some of them you will think are terrible. And then as you go back through all of your old paintings, like I'm doing now, I'm flipping through these little small paintings. And you look at them and you'll go, you know what? These aren't that bad. Maybe I should put these out somewhere for someone to buy. Spend all the time and effort to do that. And then other paintings will just kind of get lost in the fray, right? And that's okay. It doesn't have to be super serious. Like, let go a little bit, okay? Don't think that you have to complete this awesome, amazing thing all the time. You don't need to show off to anybody. I know I get kind of caught up in that. How good can I get, How much better than the other person can I be? If you're in class or in a mentorship with several other people, can I do better than them? And that's meaningless. What is better? What is worse in art? It's all subjective, right? So to sum this up, as we come to the end of this painting that I never finished, Yeah. Be okay with those failed paintings because there's something in them. Whether you see it or not, there's something in them that you learned a little bit from. Even if it was just putting, what do they call it? A few more reps in, right? Even if it was just that, it can be important. Or it doesn't have to be. Don't be so serious about it. In the end, just keep painting. And when you like something, when you feel like you did really well with it, like this whole painting here, I think I did really well with. Try and share it. I think it'd be great to share it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.